Hello and welcome to TFA Analysis. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.
The truth is bitter, but it must be spoken. The Director General of World Health Organization on a TV debate said the truth about the discrimination going on in the world, about the inequality, the injustice that is going on in the world. He said what is happening in Ukraine has exposed many things and the discrimination. And that is what is happening here on earth. And that is the manipulation that is going on here on earth. That some are considered as first-class citizens, while others are considered as third-class citizens.
I don't know if the world really gives equal attention to black and white lives. I said it last week. The whole attention to Ukraine is very important, of course, because it impacts the whole world. But even a fraction of it is not being given to Tigray, Yemen, Afghanistan, Syria, and the rest. A fraction. And I need to be blunt and honest that the world is not treating the human race the same way. Some are more equal than others. And when I say this, it pains me, because I see it. But I hope the world comes back to its senses and treats all human life equally. What's happening in Ethiopia is a tragic situation. People are being burned alive. I don't know if that was even taken seriously by the media.
He talked about everything. And that is what is happening here on earth. There are some particular areas here on earth or countries on earth that whatsoever happens there remains within them. It's their trouble. Nobody cares about. And particularly black. This group of people called black, who are mostly African, they are considered as below third class and inhuman beings, or second class, third class citizens. And that is how they are being treated nearly all over the world. And that is what he talked about in this video. When you are in Africa, or when you are among your brothers who are blacks, you never believe that you are black until when you are in a society of whites. These people who call themselves white people. And that is the discrimination going on earth. Killings everywhere. Many big countries have been invaded by other countries, but nobody say a word. We are praying for this kind of support that all nations has been given to Ukraine. Let all these things be done for other nations all over the world. We are not saying that what is being done in Ukraine is wrong, but it should be spread to other countries. Look at what is happening between Palestine and Israel. Nobody for many years today no country is sanctioning Israel for anything. And then I came to understand why. Because Israel is not even a member of NATO, but Israel is a partner, an important partner to NATO for more than 20 years. As well as an active member of NATO's Mediterranean dialogue. Israel, they have partnership with NATO. And Israel is very important to NATO, though it is not a member of NATO. So they don't want to. Because all what is happening here is all because of NATO. The support coming in. Because all the country, all the 30 members of NATO are coming up. And when they came up with the support against Russia invading Ukraine, all other countries came in with the love and the determination, the patriotism that they saw in the president of Ukraine, and supported these people. But these kind of things, Russia invading Ukraine, have been happening in other countries. I just called one, Israel, Palestine. Turkey, Cyprus. Nobody has been talking about, and presently Cyprus is divided with the same kind of issue. Turkey has invaded and cut part of Cyprus. Nobody has sanctioned because Turkey is a member of NATO. And that is why it remains silent. And then the question I'm asking is it a new world order that NATO want to create in order to have to come through the whole world? That is still something to discover about. The World Health Organization director talk about the world does not give equal attention to black and white lives. And that is true. Anything that concerns Africa remains. You see how the killing going on in Africa. Malaria has been killing Africa more than any other disease. Every year, more than 1 million Africans die because of malaria. And then in the developed country, they use something to eliminate malaria. Why can they not use the same thing to eliminate it in Africa? It's killing everywhere. Bad leadership everywhere. But nobody is talking about the Anglophone crisis, the crisis in Ethiopia, the crisis in Somalia, in other parts of Africa, in Central African Republic. Nobody is sanctioning the leaders who are behind all these things. Nobody is talking about those who are fully responsible for this particular killing going on in Africa. In nearly all the 54 countries in Africa, nobody is talking about. Nobody is talking about the manipulation of China over Africans and the exploitation of China and America and other powerful nations. Nobody is talking about. Because they are black. They are black. I keep on asking this one question. When you people involve yourself in racism, what is the difference? Because at first when I was a little boy, I thought that white, those they call white, they don't die, they don't become, they don't hungry, they don't have any kind of such feeling that is disturbing feelings. I thought that maybe when they sit like this and they are hungry, they just command food to come from heaven and they eat. I came to discover that they suffer. They see all the things that is not different. The difference is just color. And what is the discrimination? What is the importance of racism? Of discrimination? For all this year, Africans have been manipulated since slavery, colonization, neocolonialism, and up to today. Yet you people are not yet certified. What kind of grudge are you guys having against Africans, against black? He talked about that if a fraction of this attention given to Ukraine can be given to other countries, like Pakistan, like Afghanistan, like other countries, Cameroon, Ethiopia, Central African Republic, and many others, the world will be okay. But yet, it is not. He talk about that the world is not treating human race same way. Some are being treated as first-class citizens. Some are being treated as third-class citizens. And if these people treated as third-class citizens was allowed to be on their own, without these people who claim to be first-class citizens exploiting them from them, they could have been okay. But you allow, you say you are first-class citizens, you are more than these other people, but you every day you are exploiting from them. You are killing them. You are taking away from them. From those who consider third-class citizens, those who consider don't have food to eat, those who consider are minority, are zero or are inferiors in the society, you are still picking and taking the little they have. What kind of selfishness is this? If you want peace in the world, the only thing is to treat all human race equally. That is the only way there can be peace on earth. But because of your selfishness, because of your wickedness, because of your evil desire, you cannot allow such to happen. Because you derive a pleasure from such things, from killing. Because people are uniting themselves together. Countries are coming together to form something, maybe to form a group where they can be supplying food, where they can take, if you have much, you can come together, not forming something like NATO to fight. Who are you going to fight? Preparing yourself to fight. Why people are going hungry. Money that could be spent to produce food for human beings. But every year, the world is running out of food. Why money are being spent to buy guns and war weapons. Some are more equal than others. His prayer is for the world, that the world will come back to its senses and treat all human beings equally. And that is our prayer. That all the top, those who claim to be the first-class citizen, first-class nation, like the United States of America and all European countries, China and other developed countries should come together, come back to their senses, and treat everybody equal. You are not different from me. The only difference is the color. There is no difference. If you know the meanings of life, you are going to understand that there is no difference. You are not more important than I do, than I. I am not more important than you. We are all equal. We are all human beings.